Good morning, my friends, and thank you for joining me for another shave. Today's shave is something completely different and out of my wheelhouse. We're trying another kind of a store brand. This is Ducannon's Superior Grade Shaving Cream. We were over at TJ Maxx and there was a box of like old-fashioned shave. I bought it for a big bar of soap, but this was in the bottom of it, and there's a lot of 50-cent words on the ingredients label, but it did seem to lather up okay, and I've got some on my face as a pre-shave. If I can keep it wet. We'll be scraping it off with my Easy Aces Genco. That hasn't seen action in a long time. They also had some after shave balm ice cold, and it also has a number of 50-cent words on in the name. But I'm thinking that a lot of times they have simple things like, say, tea tree oil has a 50-cent word that goes with it. So that's what I'm going with. I'm not gonna think that I'm putting dinosaur oil on my face or something. Like I said, it does lather pretty good. It took a little bit of work for me to figure out how much product to use, and I may have that wrong still because it's falling all over the place. But well, we'll see how slick it is. My stars. I think there's a little bit left in because it's in a tube. I threw it in a bowl, and then I don't know really how else to do it other than smearing it on your face and just agitating it like canned spoo. So let's have at it. This is one of those razors that doesn't see a lot of air because it's in a box in my cabinet, and I very often grab from the razors that are not in coffins. As you can hear, it's a very vocal hollow grind. These are a very popular razor. Most of the times when you find them on eBay, people are pretty proud of them. Genco in general is a pretty good razor. If you find one in the wild or you find one at a good price, it doesn't have to be a Easy Aces. Any of the Genco blades are good. This one was neat in that the factory bluing, this part here has been blued like a firearm would be. And it's still, oh, there goes the safety cat. I guess she thinks I'm okay. Bluing is a controlled oxidation of the iron, and it supposedly helps prevent rusting. I think that's what I remember. I'm probably wrong, but you know. lot of older firearms were done that way. I missed a day yesterday. I was busy. I was supposed to. Yesterday would have been a scheduled shave. But we got caught up. Mommy was off yesterday. So we were doing Christmas cards and stuff like that yesterday. This isn't too bad a soap. All things considered. I'd never heard of Duke Cannon until it started showing up on Facebook. Yeah, it's a good first pass as reduction. I'm by no means close to finished shave yet, but it does give a nice slick surface to shave on. We'll see how dried out my face is after this is done. If that fails, if it's bad, then I always put some shave oil on and get some moisture back into my face. The safety cat's back. It'll hurt you. Yeah. She's discovered we have 2 shower curtains, an inner and outer, and she likes to stand in between them. And then Buster will come in and she'll ambush him. That is not bad. That's not bad at all. We were discussing also what we were going to put in what our Christmas presents were going to be this year. Got a little bit of that shopping done yesterday too. It's like I said, we were busy people. Oh, you're back in your perch. That's a good girl. Oh, I got a weighted blanket. It's supposed to help you relax, so we'll see how that works. That's pretty good after 2 passes. Razor's nice and sharp. I'd say the Duke Cannon doesn't have as much residual slickness as I like to have, but I'm spoiled by artisan soaps, so we'll have to see. The container this came in had 2 bars of, one was Old Milwaukee soap and another like a novelty soap, and then these shave products and some, they called them Duke's product. They called it a field towel or a cooling towel or something like that. It's a little bit larger than usual wet nap, but it's got menthol in it, and My wife has been using those when she has her hot flashes. She's going through that thing. She catches fire sometimes and quenches herself with those mentholated wipes. She says she finds them very comforting. So that in itself made that purchase Buster ran by a successful purchase. You were really active today. What are you doing down there? She has been wanting me to do something for her this morning. Been leading me around the house, and she'll stop and look at me as if I'm supposed to really know what she wants. I can guess about 30% of the time. This morning, I got nothing. That's a difficult stroke. Kind of coming at an angle with the Gillette slide and getting a working straight across the neck surface. That's one that I've been working on a little bit. I take my feather without a blade on it, and then I'll lather up and but that's not a stroke that I'd suggest without a lot of practice, because you could really mess yourself up. And I can only do it on this side. I can't do it on this side yet. Still practicing. Okay, that's 3 passes. I've made a complete wreck of this place. Let's see. I'm only at 12 minutes, so let's see how we did with this. The cushion of the Duke Cannon soap is also a little bit less than I would expect from artisan soaps. So for a factory soap, it's probably pretty good. I'm not getting too much of a tingle. Barely any at all. Which I'm surprised by, because I get a lot of blade feel out of that Easy Aces. And that's a very thin grind blade, so it can get harsh if you're not careful. But I was careful. Let me clean up a little bit here, and I will be right back. We're having a safety audit this morning. Cats are making sure that the shave area is up to code, making sure the water flow is proper. She's checking out the right sink, making sure that that's good, and I think we'll be ready to go here very shortly. Thank you for waiting. Today's shave, which turned out to be just shy of magnificent, was provided by Duke Cannon Superior Grade Shaving Cream. This is probably going to go in the travel bag. It's not one that it's good, but it's good, but it's not great, because I think I'm spoiled by our artisan products. I used the Shaving Cadre Anniversary Brush. Removal was through the Genco Easy Aces. And we used a little different bowl today. This is really it's a rice bowl. My mother I had a number of these, and I use these for testing soaps with. There's some Japanese writing on the bottom here, but I can't read that, so I have no idea who made it. It's a nice bowl. And we are now going to try the Duke Cannon Aftershave Balm. I'll put a schnurtle about a nickel size. I normally don't care much for balms because of the greasy feel that they can have. So we'll see what happens here. I didn't have hardly any trouble with witch hazel. It flashes off and it's fine. This is going on and it's feeling like hand cream or something. I don't know if it's going to soak in or not. But for science, we will try it out. It still feels a little greasy. But it did look like it had some skin food. Tea tree leaf oil, baobab, and tamarind oil, and menthol, and then there's some other 50-cent words. This is a glycerin-based product. Has some shea butter, glycerol, and some fragrance parfum, they call it. So we'll see how all this shades out. It appears to be soaking in, so it's not as sticky now. But I'll talk myself. This is a shea brush that was way too floppy, and so now it does duty as my talc brush, and will ease the stickiness. So that's pretty good today. That was our shave. Thank you so much for coming to visit. I'm Major Rich. You'll find me on theshavingcadre.com and on YouTube. If you're finding me there, this is an open invitation. Please come visit us at the Shaving Cadre. There are a great bunch of guys there, and I think you'll find yourself a home because these guys are aggressively friendly, as I've decided this morning was a good word for the way the guys are. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.